Yeah, bro. So we come out here every weekend. You know, we preach the gospel. You know, the good news of who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ.
I literally sleep at a bedroom in the church. Like that. I don't really know. My mom makes fun of me and sometimes call me an orphan. It's just cause since 12, I'm like, I literally felt that in my home. The people in my family wasn't my family because nobody is paying attention to the everyday, like day-to-day things we mentally and spiritually have to fight through. And I just chose to do it alone.
Right.
And a lot of people see me as an enemy for doing so. Because I don't want nobody in my circle. I can't. There's too many demons around for that. And your friend leads you to the slaughter. You understand?
Oh, that's right. Let me get this. This is Luke 4. Luke 4:16. Right, and he came to Nazareth, where he had been brought up. And as his custom was, he went into the synagogue on a Sabbath day and stood up for to read. And there was delivered unto him the book of the prophet Isaiah. And when he had opened the book, he found a place where it was written. So this was the gospel that who they ignorantly called Jesus Christ was proclaiming to the people he was preaching to, right? Verse 18. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he hath anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor, right? To the poor. And so who is the poorest people, you know, all over the world, right? So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. We at the bottom of the totem pole, you know. I mean, you might have like a percentage of us who are rich and wealthy, but what do they have to do to get those riches, man? They have to sell out. They have to compromise something in their life to attain those riches, man.
Soul, self, and even a life gift. You know,
right?
I even call the richest the poorest because they have no benefits to the world in no case scenario. And they only benefiting the only evil that brought them the money.
Right. Verse read it on. He has sent me to heal the brokenhearted, and a lot of our people are brokenhearted. You know, they try to make it in society. You know, they try to get a corporate job or whatever like that. You know, and they're trying to maintain what they work their butts off to get. You know, but when they cross the wrong person throughout their life, when they cross the so-called white men and these other heathens, man, they can lose it all, and they have lost it all, and so. I mean, we got a whole lot of broken households, you know, because of these other people. We got, you know, a whole lot of drugs being sold in our neighborhoods. You know, the people who are watching over us, supposedly watching over us, man, just letting it happen, man. Why? To destroy us.
They brought it to us. Yeah, that's the whole plan.
That's right.
Yeah, because they know that they can't beat us physically, man. So they try to, you know, play tricks. Try to play the devil on us, man, right? So he has sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to preach deliverance to the captives, and we are the captives, man.
That's right.
We've been in so many we've been in slavery under so many different people around the face of the earth, man. We've been in slavery to the Arabs. We've been in slavery to the Africans, man. We even been in slavery to the Asians, man.
That's right.
I mean, there ain't no other nationality of people upon the face of the earth who we haven't been in bondage to, man. And these people are going to pay, right? Their children is going to pay. Their children don't want to believe it, you know, but
they gotta pay. You hear that?
They gotta pay, right? To preach deliverance to the captives and the recovery of sight to the blind. And so our people can't see, right? They can't see what's going on out here, man. They're not literally blind, right? They're blind spiritually, man. They don't see the wickedness that's going on in their own communities. They don't really see the wickedness in our government, man.
So as far as those people that follow like the third eye concept, what does that go against? against the Bible.
The third eye. Well, when terminology like the third eye and like the chakras and everything like that, those are concepts that you don't find in the scriptures. Those are concepts that, like, I think the Asians were the ones who made up the chakras, you know, because they practice and study martial arts or whatever, right? In the jutsus and being ninjas and stuff like that. That came from them. The third eye, I think that came from
Egypt.
Those came from the what you call that, the gypsies. I think the gypsies, the concept of the third eye, they got the mystic ball and stuff like that. All of that is one and the same. That came from those people, the gypsies, you know. And so the so-called white men took all of that and like bundled it together and served it on a platter, and like the way they are able to explain things to you to get you to believe it, they real good at that, you know.
Yeah,
because
it's real convincing.
yes, when it's in their hands, it's convincing, and people have a hard time not believing it, you know, or disbelieving it, you know. So right. And recovery of sight to the blind. So when it's talking about being blind, you're blind spiritually, you know. Like people, a large majority of people who are walking around on the face of the earth right now who believe in this Bible, like they can't tell spiritually that their temple is unclean, you know. It can be, you can make your temple unclean in the foods that you eat, the diet that you do. You can make yourself unclean in the things that you bring in your house. You know, like people be bringing sage and all of these other wicked, you know, things in their house, voodoo and you know, with the Ouija boards and stuff like this, you know. So they make themselves unclean, and when you're unclean, it's hard for you to see spiritually what's going on. So they're blind. They're blind out here, right?
The devil, that's what the devil is doing, preventing you from seeing actuality.
Right, and so like. And another thing, a lot of people don't understand what the devil's role on the earth is to do. All the devil is trying to do is deceive you. All he wants to do is to keep you from doing God's laws. Right? That's all he's trying. That's all he's doing. You know, whether it be tricking you through witchcraft, whether it be tricking you through the television, whether it be him giving you money and telling you to do this or that, you know, he gonna find ways to come at you. Well, ain't nothing wrong with drinking. You can drink.
I understand. Like God says, you can drink, but don't get drunk.
Yeah, don't get right.
You have to focus, still be aware of your surroundings.
Like you can't get drunk and be out here like tumbling and falling down, and people seeing you like fall out and throwing up and stuff. No, you can't be that drunk.
They'll take advantage of you. Right. You got money in your pocket. They'll wait till you get drunk and take your money. You know what I'm saying? Like
them spirits play with you too.
Yeah. And it's funny how
and then somebody can actually knock you out.
Places are called wine and spirits.
Yes, exactly.
Spirits. I understood like 100. Like there's every liquor name is not only the name of alcohol or poison, basically, but the name of an evil spirit in some type of form of fashion.
Yeah, because remember when Christ was on the scene and he had ran into his brother who had a legion of demons in him, you know. So there's different unclean spirits, man, that people have on them, whether it be a gluttonous spirit, whether it be an adulterous spirit, whether it be a lying spirit. You know, there's a multitude of different spirits that are out here and about, you know. And whether it be a scoffing spirit too, you know, people find joy in themselves when they be griefing other people. They think they take joy in that. You know, you see that all over the internet with trolls and this and that, you know. That's real. That's true, right?
Yeah, I literally sit with a social media with like kids under my generation. I'm 24 now, so like I'm a poet artist. I also, like I said, I've basically slept in the church my whole life. So the word is not only with me when I'm awake, but I still hear it as I sleep. And so there has been days like, literally, I'll be around people that say things that they feel that may happen, and I'm around them and be and be aware to see it happen like within that week or hours and days, and like people find it confusing, like as far as what you said, like what the devil's role is.
Yeah.
Some people find him to not even think God created him, that he on his own whole rampage and shit, doing what he wanted. And if that was the case, this just would have all been ashes already.
Right. And so and that's what a lot of Americans, man, are atheists, so, that's where pseudoscience come into play, The Bible is a scientific book, but pseudoscience is something that we have to watch out for,
What does that mean?
Pseudo, it just means false science, like myths and theories, because observation, you can get facts out of observation, that's what God employs you to do. Observe something truthfully and then, come to a fact.
Right, because your spirit can tell you whether it's good or bad or not.
And then you have people on the left hand side, who try to corrupt things, that are holy, right?
I talked to you before.
So reading on.
You went to that college.
Oh yeah, I remember that, brother.
It's totally different on there too.
But it's something to that, like it's related.
Man, shit got complicated. But what's going on?
Oh man, just talking about the Bible,
We good, bro. Out here still just,
doing the work, man. Right, so reading on. To set at go ahead and get Isaiah 61.
That's a real nice one, so like that.
Thank you,
That's original.
61 and what?
Yeah, 61 from the top. But let me finish this off. To set at liberty them that are bruised, right? And so our people have been bruised physically and mentally and spiritually, man.
That's right.
Like we like you probably can't see.
Ain't a simple thing, man. That's true, man. All right.
You can't see like the physical bruises on us now, you see the bruises on, like we have pictures when you see the bruises on our people, but mentally and spiritually our people are bruised. It's hard for our people to just go and pick up the Bible and read it and understand it. There's a comprehension block wall, from them to get it,
Right, like
There's
the same man that could become a basketball star still can't understand the word.
Yeah.
But God is with him either way. They not understanding. Like whether it's not everybody God is pertaining to when he pertains to the Bible. As you said, the 12 tribes in that circle. That's it. Like everyone that is understanding that's not even of the 12 tribes. Right. Of course, on the side of evil, but it's still easy to take you out of your glow, even as a basketball star. You still can lose that in a second because you don't understand life itself.
Hey, Slocky. Hey, brother, you understand what this chart means?
You got a question?
You got a question or anything? So you understand, with the chart, the 12 tribes of
Big
Israel,
guy,
right?
big bro.
Hey, come, just give me 1 minute. Just give me
Okay,
1
bro.
minute. Hey, brother. But yeah, it's just we just out here, man, to give out our people this truth, man, and get this bread, man, so that they'll eat it, become full, so we can get the hood up out of this, this place,
right.
man. So we can have our own land, our own sovereignty.
Well, yeah, this is ours. We're gonna have it back most definitely.
Yeah,
They finna go into the same. They finna go right under the same foot we under right now.
Oh, come, yeah,
I
brother
just-
knows, brother gets it,
People already, people that don't even understand that I like to be aware. I only observe.
Food, sister.
I only observe more than
You got a minute
anything.
for the Bible?
Hey, go ahead and get that.
This the book of
Start from the
Isaiah,
top.
chapter 61, verse 1. The Spirit of the Lord God is upon me, because the Lord hath anointed me to preach the good tidings unto the meek. He hath sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the opening of the prisons to them that are bound.
And so the Lord is about to get ready to do these things, man. So when he was in reading certain parts of what is that? Isaiah 61 up into verse 2, right? He read the parts where he had fulfilled, but there were other parts that he haven't fulfilled yet that eventually was going to come to pass, right?
Like
And so,
bringing liberty to the capital.
right, and we reading these things, man. We waiting for our salvation to come and get this. Hey, brother, hey, light skinned brother. Hey, can I just have 5 minutes of your time, brother? Yeah. You believe in the Bible? You believe in the Bible, brother?
Yeah.
So, if I was to ask you, who do you biblically descend from in the scriptures, would you be able to tell me? I'm sure you heard of Moses, right?
Yeah, I heard.
So what is your nationality? What did they say you were when you grew up, or what did your parents say you were? You're not too sure. So what did they tell you in school? I'm sure they told you.
Black, Hispanic.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I would get all the time that I look like I'm Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican. Well, what is your father?
Father black.
Your father's black. So have you ever heard that the so-called Negroes, the Black Americans in America, are the Jews?
That's right.
Have you ever heard of that before? Are you familiar with rap culture music?
Yeah.
Have you heard of Kanye West or Kendrick Lamar?
Yeah.
You know, there's this what's the word I'm looking for? There's this thing that happened to both these rappers, right? They went under a whole lot of fire for some of the comments that they have made, right? And some of the music that they have made, right? So Kanye West had went on Twitter and he had posted that basically that we the real Jews. Have you heard of that? No? Right, so let me show you something in the scriptures. Give me Jeremiah 17:4. Let's start off with some simple, right? So
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 4.
this is a prophecy, right? Read that.
And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thy heritage.
So this is a prophecy. The Most High had prophesied to the children of Israel for our disobedience. We was going to discontinue from our heritage, right? So what is a heritage?
Heritage is like a group of people.
Right, basically, a heritage is like a sovereignty, a landmass, or a identity, right? So that's what a heritage is, you know. So, like, if I was to ask a so-called Asian person, you know, what is his heritage, he'll be able to tell me. He'll be able to tell me where he came from, the land that his parents came from. He'll be able to tell you the language that he spoke, and this and that and all of that. You know, the same thing with the so-called white man. So, don't you think that it's odd that when we ask our people, our people that same question, they can't really give you a infinitive answer? Isn't it odd? There's a reason why it's so like that, you know, because the Most High gave us a heritage and then he took it away from us, right? So we are those same people that Moses delivered out of the land of Egypt under Pharaoh. We are those same people that witnessed Moses split the sea and us walking past it and through it. You know, we are the same people that we seen such marvelous works, right, in the wilderness when the Most High was proving us, right? So finish that out.
Shall discontinue from thy heritage.
So the Lord is saying we was going to discontinue from all that, right? Read.
That I gave thee.
And the more gave us these things. Read.
And I will cause thee to serve thy enemies.
He was call us to do what?
To serve thy enemies.
To do what?
To serve thy enemies.
Right. So isn't our history slavery? Can you recollect your history past the 1600s or the 1400s? No. So when they started teaching us about our history, they started with what? Slavery, right?
That's right.
Right. So it's a reason for that, right? So the Lord put all of these pieces around us, man, and forced us into a predicament, you know, for our disobedience to him, and for us to recognize and to realize something, that we are his chosen people, and there's a certain thing that we got to do, right, to get on his good side, so he can take us up out of this place again and put us in our rightful place, man.
That's right.
Ruling this earth, right? Finish that out.
And I will cause thee to serve thy enemies in a land which thou knowest not.
So did I